Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, Junkmaster3, and yeah, this is going to be the top 5 of the month for the month of June. I know this video is slightly delayed, but that's what's happened sometimes. So yeah, we're gonna what was that? Let's continue with the top 5 of the month for the month of June. That's what I wanted to say. So at number 5 we have the film called The Black Cat, um, which is not supposed to be confused with Lucio Fulci's The Black Cat, because yeah, this is the one directed by Luigi Cassi, and this I think was meant to be like a continuation of the Mother's trilogy or whatever by Dario Argento. Damn, I can't speak today. My asthma is killing me as well. So sorry for that. Damn. So yeah, so this was gonna be like a sequel to Dario Argento's Inferno, but then it just got really like there were some troubles during production of this, so it turned out to be a really weird mess. But it's a mess that I really enjoyed. And then they just shoved like some black cats into the film and then just called it The Black Cat by Edgar Allan Poe, which is very confusing because there's not next to no cats in the film at all, and I mean the cats doesn't really have any central part of the story anyway, so that's really strange. But the Black Cat from 1989, yeah, really great, funny Italian schlock film. So if you like that and you like great gore and blood effects and stuff like that, you'll definitely enjoy this one. So yeah, The Black Cat. Then at number 4 is a film that I have heard about, but I haven't seen it. Like, I mean, up until quite recently for the first time. And the movie is called Yes Man with Jim Carrey. And I would say this is probably one of my favorite Jim Carrey films right now. This is definitely right up there with the better ones that I've seen. And there's so many funny things in this, and it's so heartwarming as well. And there's so many of these sequences in the film, or like scenes in the film, where I actually felt like, oh, I would have reacted sort of in a similar way like he does in the film. And that's really when you've accomplished like a really great film, when you can sort of like relate to some of the characters in the film. In particular, there's one scene when he's watching Saw, and he's like, "Oh, come on, you're halfway through already." You know, with the thing with the Saw during the ending of Saw. If you say, I mean, yeah, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Saw, but yeah, Yes Man is a really entertaining and funny comedy film that I would say more people should watch. And yeah, I'm sort of ashamed of myself that I hadn't watched it up until recently. So yeah, Yes Man at number 4. And at number 3 is a film by John Flynn, the guy who directed one of my favorite 90s horror films, Brain Scan. This is a very different type of film. I think he also directed Rolling Thunder, which is quite similar to this one actually, but the film is called Defiance from 1980, and it's your typical type of vigilante film in a way. The main cast, like the main role, not the main role, but the main guy in the film is Michael Vincent, and he's pretty much moved to this area where there's trouble with drugs and gangs and stuff. There's basically this one gang that just keeps harassing the neighborhood, or like the people that lives there, and he pretty much eventually stands up for the people in the neighborhood, because most of the people in the neighborhood, they're just really scared of this gang. So it's pretty much him against this gang, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. So I would definitely say this is maybe not as good as Rolling Thunder, but still, if you like Rolling Thunder, you'll definitely like this one as well. So Defiance from 1980, a really great film. Then we have a film, I think this is known under two different titles, Courage or Raw Courage from 1984. And I read a little bit about this film on IMDb as well afterwards, and this seems to be some sort of project that Ronnie Cox was mostly involved with. Even though he wasn't the director of the film, he was very much involved in the production of the film. He and his wife, basically. And he plays like the main role in the film, and it's basically about these three people. They're gonna do like a big marathon run through the desert to the next town in a way, and it's pretty long distance. But while they're out in the desert, they encounter some really sketchy military people, and they keep beating them up, and they have to escape, and they like pretty much have to run through the desert and to the town to find help. And they also have to fight against these military, or like these military guys, basically. It's sort of like a weird military right-wing thing. I think they're supposed to be some sort of right-wing or like rednecks or something like that, but this is quite similar to Deliverance as well, which also Ronny Cox is in. This is not as good as Deliverance, but this is a really fine film, and like I said with the previous film, this is quite similar to Deliverance, and if you like Deliverance, you definitely like this one as well. Really entertaining, really great, and really tense. I mean, it must have been a really hard time to make this film, because you can see that the actors are just exhausted after a while. And in particular because of the weather, because it's really hot and warm outside when they made this film. So even more props to the filmmakers or the people involved in this project, that they were able to make this film in those type of conditions that they made. So yeah, if that makes sense. So anyway, yeah, Raw Courage at number 2. And at number 1 is a film that I think has been, I think they made numerous of films about this case before, but the one I'm talking about is the 60s version of Bonnie and Clyde from 1967 with Faye Dunaway and what's his name, Warren Beatty. I can never pronounce his name, sorry. They play the, of course, Bonnie and Clyde in the film, but the one actor that I was just really surprised by in this film was Michael J. Pollard. He's usually cast as this awkward, like nerd, sort of like Clint Howard in a way. I know that sounds really weird comparison to that, but I mean, he usually gets cast as goofy, weird, stupid character in a way, but he is really badass in this film, and that's what I was really surprised by, his performance and everything. Even though I love the main actors in the film, I think Michael J. Pollard really stole the show in this one. So yeah, if you haven't seen this one, Bonnie and Clyde from 1967, do yourself a favor and check it out if you can find it anywhere. So I think it's not really that hard to come across anyway, but really great film and very action-packed for a 60s film as well. So yeah, great. Bonnie and Clyde at number 1. So yeah. So that's all of the films that I've watched. Not all of the films, but the best films I've watched during the month of June. The next video is probably going to be a maybe another update video. I'm not really sure. It sort of depends, because some videos I've made before that I haven't uploaded yet, so still have some of those left, and some lists and ranking videos as well to go through. So yeah, and once again, sorry for my asthma. It's just killing me for some reason today. Maybe it's just because of the weather or my medication or something. I'm not really sure, but anyway, thank you for watching, and keep your eyes open for the next video. So yeah, see you in the next video. Bye bye.